Hello everyone, this is Ms. DeLuca with your notes on photosynthesis, and today these notes are going to be mostly pictures because it's a big cycle and it's easier to see, in my opinion, if you can actually see the directions things are going in. So get ready to draw. You're going to need pen, highlighter, colored pencils. Don't feel bad about your drawings. They will all be beautiful. I cannot draw, so don't feel bad. Okay? Our title is Photosynthesis Creating with Light. You're going to do Cornell style notes. So we've got our notes down here to draw according off the side notes. And then you still need your levels of organization. I did mine last because mine took up a lot, so I had to put it down here, but you're still going to need it. Okay, so essentially, this is what you're going to need to draw. Let's see here. So photosynthesis, this is the chemical equation, the balanced chemical equation for photosynthesis. 6 carbon dioxide plus 6 water yield 1 glucose and 6 oxygen molecules. Okay, so that we're taking carbon dioxide, water, and we're rearranging the atoms to make a glucose and 6 oxygen molecules. Okay, now because this is O2, this is actually 12 oxygen molecules, right? So there's 12 oxygen molecules in 6 O2. Right here, we've got 6 carbon, and this is O2, so we have to multiply this. There's 12 oxygen atoms, 6 carbon. There are 12, you have to multiply 6 times 2, 12 hydrogen atoms, and then this was it's a 1, so 6 times 1, there are 6 oxygen atoms, and that's how you balance chemical equations, okay? You'll notice I have these colored. You do need to color them. I've got this color coded. Pick whatever color you want. I have special colored pens if you would like to borrow them that do not bleed through the page. So here I've drawn a plant. We've got the stem with the leaves coming up. We've got a root system down here underneath. I drew a little bird. There's a little worm right here. And there's a car with a person in it. Okay. Over here, I've drawn a magnification. This is the underside of a leaf. These little structures are called stomata. Your oxygen goes out of them, CO2 goes in. Notice I colored the arrows the same color as I colored the up here. Okay, so we've got a little person. They breathe in oxygen and they breathe out CO2. We've got this car. It releases CO2 into the air. Down here in the root system, we've got water going up through the root system. The bird breathes in oxygen, lets out CO2. The little wormy breathes in oxygen, lets out CO2. Over here in the chloroplast, this is like a microscopic view inside the leaf. This is a cell. These are chloroplasts right here. Chloroplasts, these are words that you're going to need to know. Chlorophyll and granum. We will get to those. Okay, the granum look like stacked pancakes. So if you see something that looks like a stacked pancakes, it's probably a chloroplast. No, it is a chloroplast or a stack of pancakes. Either one. All right. So down here at the bottom. So if you would like to pause right here, just pause, draw this portion, and then unpause, and we'll go down to the bottom. All right, so you're going to need to write just a little bit at the bottom. So photosynthesis is the conversion of radiant energy, which is sunlight, to chemical energy, which is glucose. Chemical energy is the energy that we use in our cells. So gases, that's CO2 and O2, oxygen and carbon dioxide, are exchanged through the stomata. Water is moved up through the root system, and then we have our chloroplasts that are filled with a photosynthetic pigment. Photosynthetic is an adjective form of photosynthesis. It just means it does photosynthesis, reacts to light. Pigment is like color. Markers are full of pigment. Paint is full of pigment. Your eyes are full of pigment. Your skin is full of pigment. It gives things color. And that's called chlorophyll. Okay? And that is where PS means photosynthesis. I ran out of room. That's where it takes place. Okay? Again, these notes, very, 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 very important. Okay? So over here on the side, I want you to remember chloroplasts. You need to know chloroplasts. Photosynthesis, chloroplasts. Photosynthesis, chloroplasts. You need to remember that. Chloroplasts are filled with chlorophyll, okay? So chloroplasts filled with chlorophyll. Chloroplasts are where photosynthesis takes place. Right here I made a note, look like stacked pancakes inside. So these granum that are inside these chloroplasts look like stacks of pancakes. And then over here I wrote stomata. If it's hard for you to remember, stomata's plural. Stoma is either one of those words. They mean the same thing. Stoma, stomata. They're like the nose of the plant. Okay, plants don't have noses, but if they did, it would be similar to a stomata. It breathes in carbon dioxide and it breathes out oxygen because it's a plant. Okay? So one more time. Highlighting. So here's the root system. These are the chloroplasts. This is the stomata. You need to highlight, color, and notes. Very, very important. There is a foldable that's going to go along with this. It's a plant, which you should have picked up, and the instructions are on the website. Thanks.